I'm Annie. I'm a miserable cow. I look like shit. I feel like shit. And I wanted to take the opportunity to share an authentic moment with you. So I'm feeling really defeated and demoralized. There are a lot of negative habits of thought that I have under control in my life, like anxiety thoughts are not as much an issue for me, but pessimism still gets me. I am in the grip of pessimism right now, and I just wanted to show you what that looks like. I also want to tell you what I'm going to do about it. So how can you talk to a pessimistic person in a way that is helpful? That's a question that I'm asking you because I don't know. If you have any suggestions or comments, do you struggle with pessimism? And when you struggle with pessimism, what do you do to turn it around? So, first thing is that I am aware that I am in the grip of pessimism. So, kudos to me. Do I get a cookie for that or what? Anyway, that is important. So, if you have any negative thought habits, it is extremely important that you have enough self-awareness to step outside of yourself and be the observer of your thoughts and feelings. So I'm winning on that front. I'm a really proactive person in general, and a lot of times when I make these videos, I'm feeling really good, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to share with you when I'm not feeling so good so that you can see what that looks like and see what my process is for recognizing that and transforming it and turning it around. So why am I feeling so demoralized right now? Well, I cut my fucking finger this morning. Now there's a band-aid on it, and I am a massage therapist and I have to go to work today, so that sucks. But that's not why I'm feeling completely demoralized. I was framing some artwork that I created for my office, and the picture slipped out of my hands, and like the little hooky things on the back sliced my finger open. But that's not why I'm feeling demoralized. It more has to do with the fact that I am 42 years old. I've been a massage therapist for 14 years, and I cannot seem to make a fucking living, even though I try really, really hard. I swear to God, I am not a shitty massage therapist. I'm actually pretty good at it. But I am starting to wonder if I should not be in this career because I just don't see why it should be this difficult. I'm doing so many things right. My business has improved so much over the last 3 years. But at the same time, expenses have gotten higher, and the money that I spend to generate the new clients coming in is a little bit higher. I'm 42 years old. In my 14-year career as a massage therapist, I have never even made $30,000 before expenses. After expenses, you can imagine, office and office rent and all this advertising, everything. I know that anyone watching this is probably just going to think that I'm doing something completely wrong, but I swear I am very conscientious. I'm professional. I'm on time. I have good relationships with my clients. A lot of therapists in my area are struggling too, and a lot of people use the excuse that the market is oversaturated, and I used to always feel like that is just an excuse, and it's an overused one. But I'm starting to feel like I can't really attribute it to anything else except that maybe there's a curse upon me. I just don't feel safe at this age and not being able to make money. And now all of the, spiritual gurus out there and manifestation coaches would say oh, you have limiting beliefs about money. You need to fix that. Well, I am working on that. I'm trying, but I just can't seem to crack the code. When I feel this way and I reach out in some way to other people for advice, then a lot of times what I get back is just not a satisfying answer, and it's not helpful. People say things like you have to find stuff to be grateful for, like be grateful for running water. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? When I was a little girl, I did not dream of someday growing up and having fucking clean water, okay? Of course, obviously, I am grateful for clean water, but I'm just aiming a little bit higher. I'm trying to have some security. Health insurance, maybe. I have a friend recently who is a coach, a life coach or whatever, and he commented on a Facebook post of mine. The Facebook post was it was another time a couple months ago when I wasn't feeling that great, and I just said, hey, I don't always feel great. I'm having one of those days. And I hardly ever make posts like this, but I just wanted to say hey, hi, sometimes I don't have a good day, because I know that other people also don't have good days sometimes, and maybe they feel a little isolated because there's this social pressure to always pretend like everything's going really great. And the comment that he made was, you really just need to meditate more. This is not helpful. I fucking meditate. I do breathing exercises. I have a goddamn gratitude journal. I'm doing the fucking bullshit that you're supposed to do, and it doesn't always work. And I maintain a positive attitude for weeks and weeks at a time, and then some days I just can't maintain that anymore. And I don't want to be like chastised for that, or like when people say things like be grateful for running water or meditate or do breathing exercises, it makes me feel like it's my fault. Like I'm not doing these things already. I am doing these things. I am trying so hard. I feel like sometimes people that really have the hang of being positive all the time and they just don't have these kind of negative days. I don't know if they're lying about that, or if those negative days really are rare. Because they've just figured it out. But those of us who have not yet figured that out, sometimes these suggestions just feel condescending. It doesn't feel helpful to hear these things. So how can you talk to a pessimistic person in a way that is helpful? That's a question that I'm asking you because I don't know. If you have any suggestions or comments, do you struggle with pessimism? And when you struggle with pessimism, what do you do to turn it around? Assuming that you have enough self-awareness to step outside of yourself and observe it and say, hey, I'm feeling pessimistic right now. Then what do you do next? So I don't really know, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing today. So I have stepped out of myself. I observed that I am in a really shitty mood. And that's great. I recognize that that's very valuable, and it's evolved. That is more evolved than I was, in my younger years when I couldn't even step out of myself and observe it and stop it in the moment. So the things that I'm doing today, I'm breathing deeply. I'm doing chores because I find doing chores comforting. I'm listening to an online course while I'm doing my chores, doing the dishes and picking things up, because learning new skills makes me feel better about myself. It makes me feel more in control, and like maybe there's some hope in the future. My business is better than it used to be, and maybe I can keep building on that and maybe find some more stability and success in the next few years. I'm recognizing that I really do have something valuable to offer. My clients appreciate me. They benefit from what I give. I'm also appreciating that I do enjoy my work. There's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of financial insecurity, but I do actually enjoy the act of giving a massage. I was just at work yesterday and I made $0, even though I worked for like 2.5 hours. It was a 90-minute appointment and a 1-hour appointment. It wasn't $0 completely. It was a very deep discount on one of them, extremely deep discount that was paid months ago. And another one was a gift certificate that was paid months ago. Now, I must reiterate, I do enjoy my job. And I do realize that I was paid at some point for this. But this is a gift certificate that I sold 9 months ago. And it doesn't help me out right now because I already spent that money on continuing education, and I've just got all of these people coming out of the woodwork in the last 8 weeks using gift certificates that are so old. And so while I love my job and love working, I just find it ridiculous that I'm only making $400 this week. Can you survive off of $400 a week? It's not easy. I'm frugal. I live a pretty austere life, but that's a tough one. So anyway, here are the things that I'm doing today to get through the day, to feel okay about it, and to turn it around. I'm remembering that I do enjoy my work. Even though I had those prepaid appointments yesterday and I didn't make any money, I still was happy while I was working. I practiced barefoot massage. I use my feet to massage people, and it's really enjoyable. And when I think about my job and what I do for a living, it's so weird. I am in a room with people and generally no one is speaking. Sometimes we are speaking and having a conversation, but a lot of times no one is speaking. The person that I'm working with is a stranger, or maybe I know them if I've seen them more than once. They're a stranger, they're on my table, and I can tell what's happening with their parasympathetic nervous system. Their nervous system is calm. They've got this slow breathing and they're drifting in and out of sleep. And to me, I feel like this is a privilege. Like it's so weird. These people are naked. It's so weird that this is what I do for a living. But it's a privilege to be able to share that moment with my clients. It's really a beautiful thing. And at the same time, while I'm working, my central nervous system is calm. I'm in a meditative state and I'm giving. Energy is traveling through me to another person, and that feels really good. It doesn't feel like it's draining me and using my energy. I mean, a little, yeah. A little, but not like how some massage therapists describe that they feel so drained that they even have trouble with chronic illness because they give too much and they are drained. But I just feel like there's this nice current of energy going through me and into the other person, and it feels good. How many people can say that? I don't feel great when I'm in traffic on my way to work, when people stand me up or they cancel at the very last minute. That can mess up my nervous system, and I have to do the best I can to cope with that and turn that around. But when I'm actually working, I feel good, and so that is something that I truly am grateful for, as well as the clean water. Really a big fan of running water. The other thing that I'm doing is chores. I'm doing the dishes and picking things up because it makes me feel more in control and relaxed. I feel it's relaxing to do chores, and it makes me feel, like I'm making things better. While I'm doing those chores, I'm listening to an online e-learning course, and it's about coaching, how to coach people. So that's what I'm doing to myself. And you might think like, wow, this girl's really like fucked up. She's a miserable cow. Why would she think she could coach people? Well, because that's what I'm doing right now to myself. Some people might have good days all the time and they never have a bad day. Maybe that sounds like some unicorn fucking bullshit to me. Or there might be people that present themselves that way and they're just lying about it. I'm not going to lie about that. I have a lot of good days and then I have some bad days when I feel like how I am now. And I think that probably most coaches do feel that way. So I'm not going to pretend that there's any kind of perfection going on with me or in my life. But because I have managed to be aware and step outside of myself to observe my own patterns, I think that I can help other people do that. And because I am coaching myself and making improvements, I think that I can help other people with that. So I'm doing this online course, trying to learn more about that, because maybe I can move into that and do that in conjunction with the massage therapy, which I really love. Or maybe, eventually I will retire from massage therapy and just coach. I don't know. I think I would probably miss giving massages. So another thing that I'm going to do as soon as I finish this video is take a shower, because that always makes me feel better. I'm gonna sing when I'm in the shower. Singing is amazing for vagal nerve stimulation. It really calms down your nervous system. It's hard for me to ruminate and feel like shit when I'm singing. Even if I were to sing like a pessimistic song or, a mournful song, that would still make me feel happier after I'm finished singing it. So I'm going to sing in the shower, and I'm also going to do some Wim Hof breathing exercises. Wim Hof breathing is a new thing that I've been doing lately, and I think it's incredibly valuable to just hack your mood on a physical level. It really changes your physiology, changes the chemicals that are running through your body, and calms down your nervous system. So I'm going to do that. So I'm in a shitty mood. I'm maybe not that fun to be around. Maybe this video is triggering and, probably no one's going to watch it because it's just fucking unpleasant. But I am going to take proactive steps to turn it around, and I'm going to have a good day because I'm going to my work, even though my finger has this fucking Band-Aid on it and an open wound. I'm still really grateful that I do barefoot massage, so the amount that I need to touch my clients with my hands is very minimal, and I can, avoid using this hand because I'm going to be massaging people with my feet. And I also enjoy it. I think I have a 2-hour session and a 90-minute session, and I'm getting paid today for at least one of those, so that is really awesome. It feels good to be paid, okay? I love my job, but it doesn't feel in balance to me unless I also make like a normal living, like a living that would be normal for an adult, who wants to buy groceries and have healthcare. So while I'm giving those massages, I'm going to feel good because I usually do. And I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on my heart and how good it feels to give to other people. And I'm sure I'll be fine. Like, I'll get through it. This shitty pessimistic day is like a million times better than a shitty pessimistic day that I would have had, 2 or 3 years ago, because I'm better at coping with this. Even though I still do feel this way, I have negativity, I'm much better at coping with it. So, anywho, if you guys have any suggestions on how to deal with this fucking bullshit, I would love to know for myself, and I would also love to know how to help other people that are struggling with this issue of pessimism. So let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you're having a better day than I am. And really, I'm not having that terrible of a day. I'll be fine. I'll turn it around. So, take care.